Hi gang, it's February 22nd. It's the 9th climate change rally in Gettysburg, PA. As you can see, all of my words are falling upon deaf ears in the United States and basically Gettysburg, PA. It's really very strange what is happening or not happening in this town and in general. We have tons of cars, which is good for the economy. So basically, last week it snowed on Tuesday, and it was about 8 inches, somewhere in there. And then the following day, yesterday, it was, or 2 days ago, it got up to 30 some degrees, and then yesterday was 58 degrees. Today is 45 degrees, and we have the winner of the day with a truck. So you're getting this weather whipping going on. Sunday, I think it's supposed to be 60 some degrees, which is way out of the norm. In Gettysburg right now, it should be in the upper 20s, lower 30s for February, but of course, that is just weather, but it is an indication that something is severely going wrong with everything. It's just unfathomable. On Sunday then, after it's 60 degrees, the wind is supposed to start up and it could blow up to 30 miles an hour, and then we'll have a serious situation with that. CO2 is constantly at the all-time high of last year's high, so 412, 411, 410, something like that. It already reached 414 this year, so I anticipate a 415 barrier going to be crossed, which is 3 points above last year's high. So it means nothing to ordinary people, but keep this in mind. Humanity is supposedly cannot survive above 350 parts per million, and right now it's at 412, 415. It's unbelievable with this traffic. So basically, survive is a relative word, meaning you can't grow food because of the weather whipping. Temperatures start going up exponentially. It takes about 10 to 20 years for temperature to catch up to the CO2 level. And then it takes ice a while longer to start melting. But once it starts, you can't stop it. It just keeps going. It has its own life. So right now there are protests in Japan with students, in the UK, as I said before, Brussels, Belgium, France, you name it, everywhere but the United States. There's one girl in New York City who's protesting on Fridays. I think there's one in Denver and one in Maryland. So basically, yeah, tell me about it. So eventually that was a genius there driving by in his truck, saying how climate change is fake news. But he's going to get a rude awakening this summer or the next summer as to how fake it is when food is becoming more and more scarce in the grocery store. So there's no point in arguing with these people around here. We're basically in a total denial state in the United States. When people yell climate change is fake news, when it's friggin' 40, 50 to 60 degrees in February, they don't recognize the obvious, and there's no sense in arguing with an idiot or a drunk, and that's what we're dealing with around here for the most part. You have your certain amount of group of people that say they're aware, but basically everyone's in denial, because if they were out here protesting, they would understand the situation. But right now they sit at their homes, complain about it a little bit, they are scared to talk to their friends about it, scared to talk to their family about it, and so everyone just stops talking about it altogether. It's that situation that once it occurs, it's going to be too late. I just don't understand. They say they're educated around here, a lot of the people, but they're not doing anything. So this is really a hillbilly nation. It's what it's turned into. They act like their college degrees are worth something, but they might as well roll it up and use it for toilet paper. So thank God for Europe, thank God for Japan, thank God for Australia. At least some people are getting it. But I think that what's going to happen is that the United States is going to drag the whole world down the toilet bowl with them. There is little chance that the world can survive without the United States being on board. And we have a gigantic fucking idiot in charge who just refuses to acknowledge climate change. And in fact, he does everything to thwart it. The Pentagon's having a meeting coming up. They're going to stack it with panel people that are climate change deniers. The Pentagon's saying this is the biggest threat to the U.S. military. If you're behind the soldiers, you got to put up a stink about this. Okay, so you're not behind the soldiers if you're doing nothing, staying at home. Don't give me that salute. Don't talk about the knee on the ground or anything like that. You guys just aren't getting it. nobody here is getting it. I'm in a real frustrated state anymore, but eventually I'll just get through that and just friggin' give up on everyone. So basically, yeah, if you're sitting at home and you're doing nothing, or it's inconvenient, or you got to go to work, you have time during the day to make your voice known. You have time to search media. You have time to post on media. So, I don't want to really hear it from anyone when this stuff goes down, because it's going to, and this summer's going to be the breaking point. I don't mean to admonish everyone, but actually I do. You deserve it. Everyone here, Democrats, Republicans are horrible as far as this goes, as far as the leaders go. Then you got people listening to Fox Television saying how it's fake news and everything. But they're totally insane. I mean, the whole friggin' country has gone insane, literally. So I'm sorry for the rest of the world. I'm sorry we're affecting you, but we're going too severely. So I'll stand out here for an hour, hour and a half, look like a monkey as usual, and feel like the odd man out. But I do take solace in the fact that Europe is doing their part, and I am totally embarrassed to be from the United States at this point. Maybe someday they will leave, but I suspect it'll be too late. You have leaders like Nancy Pelosi, who is thwarting the new Democrats as far as doing anything. She's not on board. Old politicians need to go. Old thought presses need to go. This is a world war we're in, and they're not treating it as such. It is a total panic we need to be in, and they're not treating it as such. So failure to act is a total state of denialism. Whether you're sitting at home, or whether you're not doing anything, or going on your 15 vacations, or whatever. We do ours too. We're at fault too in our family. We need to do everything we can, and we're not doing everything we can. But I know there are many people driving these giant cars around here and trucks that are not doing their part. So I hope someday everyone gets on board, but I suspect the United States will be too late, and we will have taken you down the toilet with us. So my frustration vent is over for this moment. I've been posting nothing but venting on the internet. I'm totally frustrated by Gettysburg. There are tons of retirees. There are tons of college students. There are people that should be out here, and there's not. There should be 20 people on every street corner throughout the whole town, and they're not. So you take care. I hope I get to talk to you next week, and hang in there. You guys keep protesting in Europe, Australia, Japan, and England. And I'm very proud of you guys. I'm very embarrassed for us. See you later.